The voice of an angel. Welcome back to the WCS Spring Championship Qualifiers, aka DreamHack Tour Qualifiers, aka DreamHack France. Spawning in the bottom right side, here in the losers bracket, another ZvZ. Ugh, it's gonna be the Green Zerg Punk.
In the top left, as the red Zerg, it is JonSnow. Looking to end our misery early, I suppose.
I mean, I don't know if I would phrase it as such, but yeah. One of the things I'm actually looking forward to in this particular match is not necessarily any of these three games that we possibly have directly in front of us, but more so the follow-up, as the winner plays against Kelazurian was going to be a guaranteed TVZ. And that, to me, is just super enticing.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we chose it, right? The other match that would have been super cool would have been State Semper. I didn't realize that Semper was going to win versus Warren that quickly, but oh well.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Oh well. And anywho, so this is getting to the point though where like everyone left over is a notable like name. We recognize them, we know their history and whatnot.
Except for Punk.
Except for Punk and still Cancer, although Cancer apparently 3-0'd BioIce. I still can't go over like how many 3-0s are on the bracket. But whatever.
Yeah, 3-0 for those who don't know is like a walkover. They also use the 99-0 method, so I don't know. But regardless, the point is, so there's getting to that point where everyone's going to be like true contenders, and they still have quite a few matches to play out because it's only top two in the losers. But we have the commencement of this early pool. This wasn't a very dedicated one. I didn't have any gas with it, so it's going to get the hatchery, especially if Punk just lets it finish. Okay, good. Which is kind of what it wanted. Ideally, it gets a fully made hatchery, like a full 300 minerals, but still, like, good news for JonSnow as he gets in here and there's no lings left over. I like what Punk's done with the Spine Crawler, by the way. It's not going to be great for later, but for now, this guarantees it can't be targeted by the lings. But that being said, cool. This is still, it's so expensive for him to do it. Like, now, if he cancels the Evo Chamber at the very last second, oh, there you go. I like this so much more. I like this like that's cool style points. But also, now that the Spine Crawler, I don't know if he should have canceled that Spine Crawler.
Well, I think he realized that it's a gasless attack, and unfortunately at this point it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know, you get a Spine Crawler, true. It's an extra 150 because of the drone as well, and they're not really being too aggressive with this. If you don't, you might die to the lings. Like, this isn't supposed to happen. You're not supposed to die to the slow lings.
So he ends up holding, and the Spine Crawler wasn't the difference of him holding this or not, but the reason I liked this was for any sort of just peace of mind follow-up. Like, you can certainly talk about the money aspect, and I agree. Like, the 100 minerals is that extra queen coming out. The 50 from the drone going down, that sucks. But Punk's behind on workers, behind a hatchery. He doesn't... I guess he'll have speed going for him.
Receiving incoming transmission.
Yeah. That could be really very helpful, to be honest, if it wasn't Frozen Temple. Unfortunately, with Frozen Temple, especially the new Frozen Temple, suppose the old one had a very wide ramp, you can wall off, especially if you have enough queens. So, whereas the Ling speed is going to be able to allow him to maybe get a third quicker, because he is banking quite a few minerals, it's still a position of JonSnow wouldn't mind slowly expanding, I think, and just getting the better tech.
Punk's gonna pause. But JonSnow back at home, like, he set up a really nice wall, and this isn't like, oh my god, a desperation wall. Like, he wants +1, he wants roaches. With the Spine Crawler set up and the queens ready to fight, is this on the right server for them? Central? Yeah, it's Central. Like, there's no way early links or even banlings are gonna break this. And if they do, I'll be just straight up astonished.
Who counts up?
1, 2, 3. You know what? That's actually a good question, because I have always I've never questioned it, but you always count down, right? Like, all right, on 1, 3, 2, 1. Why is that? Why wouldn't it be 1 on 3? 1, 2, 3. It's the same logic.
I think you can say on 3 and then 1, 2, 3. That happens all the time, but it's usually like if you don't say on 3, because then you could just be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Interesting.
Anyway, it's funny. It's the first time I've seen someone do that in StarCraft 2.
Oh, we have an interesting development with the donation, by the way. So, first off, thank you, Proximate, for the 3-month resub. But secondly, Alaska Winter corrects his previous donation. And he says, messed up my donation, but my fault. 10 points to Slytherin, a.k.a. Blue. So I'm assuming that also means he wants to retract the $5 he
that wasn't meant for white and put 15 on blue. Does that sound about right?
I guess.
Oh man, this is quite the change up because I do believe that we'll put blue in the lead.
Crap. Yay. I mean, whatever. I'm indifferent. I have to change my name on the chat card. Anyway. Did you hear about this thing where the houses? I know you don't really care about Harry Potter, but apparently it's official that you can be like different houses. Like you can be part Slytherin, part Gryffindor.
No.
Yeah, it's official. So like J.K. Rowling said that it's official that you can be half and half, and that it works differently when it comes to like what dormitory you sleep under, and that they just never bothered writing into the books. And I'm just like, question mark. Question.
There's like so much emphasis on like being picked though by the Sorting Hat. Like it's like
right, exactly. Like you never heard anyone being picked. Like you're sort of Gryffindor, you're sort of Slytherin. So here you go. It was always like, okay, you're either one or the other. Choose.
it's like okay, you are half Hufflepuff, half Gryffindor, and a little bi-curious. Like, what? I didn't know about that last part. Oh man. So by the way, that does put blue in the lead. Confirmed.
Okay. It just, on one hand, it's great to just continually be involved in this really great world that was set up. Like, I like Harry Potter as much as the next person.
Also,
but
like, it was
on
good.
the other
Leave
hand,
it alone. Don't keep changing
yeah, exactly.
it.
Like, you can only change so much before it just is like, okay, you're just coming up with new things. This wasn't canon. Don't even try.
It's not like StarCraft where you're worried about balance every like odd week because. Oh, Hufflepuff's looking a little OP this week. We better nerf them. Points to Gryffindor. Like.
You ever heard about like the Hufflepuff theory that they're all like drug addicts, right? Or
no.
potheads rather, not drug addicts.
What? No. Stop ruining Harry Potter for me.
It's not ruined, but
I did not watch the
right
movies
the
deliberately.
kitchen.
Hang on. I deliberately didn't watch the movies because I didn't want the books ruined for me because of how much I hated the first movie. So what you're doing right now is equivalent of making me watch the movies. Stop it.
Oh, this is book-wise. It's not even shown in the movies. Anyway, we do have a roach attack going here, and of course
Very
Punk
much a
has been
favorite
down
from.
in Army for some time.
So
And
much
it
of
looks
this
like
came
he's
down
going
though,
to
like
lose.
doing silly beans talking because there really wasn't much to discuss other than like the flat macro game that's going on, and Punk just really fell off with this. GG's gonna get called, and JonSnow is gonna take such a decisive game number 1. I mean, from the start of that hatchery going down to here, I think we kind of knew which direction this was going.
Yeah.
Good win for JonSnow. And this is actually extra good for us because we have been casting the CSL where we recently watched JonSnow flop really badly. He lost to like a low Masters Protoss player and a really stupid base trade. So yeah, I'm just glad to see JonSnow is taking this quite seriously because last year he was a pretty big WCS contender. He was a guy we expected good and big things from.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So JonSnow, I mean, just speaking of like, what are his chances of actually getting through entirely? Because we figure he's gonna 2-0, not to be mean to Punk or anything. But, so he will have to face Kelazur next, and that's why we chose this to actually like get to that match, honestly. But then afterwards, like State, Semper, and IA are still all in contention for the match after that, and then I think that there's still a match after that one as well. But
well, so no, I don't think so because it would normally wait for the winners finals that doesn't get played because they all qualified through. So those matches don't get played, so they can't drop down to the losers bracket. So the losers bracket has like an extra round, 2 rounds to it that don't count for anything.
then how is it bottom 2?
Oh wait, I see what you mean. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Okay, yeah. No, because that's exactly what I highlighted on the brackets earlier, and I thought you were saying something different. So I was like,
oh,
what the fuck?
Okay. Well, I guess Emil's running another game. Or is still in the last one?
Or maybe they just timed out perfectly to end at the same time. Who knows? Okay, Dusk Towers is going to be the map. I've got the lobby or the intro ready to go whenever the players are good.
Group Emil? Okay, bye-bye. Oh, he's here.
You know, for every like one guy that gets uppity about us not talking about the game, I try to get upset, then I remember there's like another 2,000 something people watching that aren't being uppity, so.
There's like 100 people in the chat that are discussing the same thing.
Yeah. Harry Potter, man. Let's be honest. More fun than... No, I'm just kidding. I love StarCraft. We're going to get a game number 2, though, in this best of 3 on the bottom left side of Dusk Towers. We've got the Red Zerg player playing for Flipside Tactics I give you JonSnow.
JonSnow. In the top right, as the green Zerg, it is Punk. Do you know that the actor and actress for JonSnow and Ygritte are actually dating in real life?
Now, do you think that's because of the role?
Oh, I don't know, but there's very few times that, because I try not to ship real life people because of how long, how many times this happens with me. But yeah, okay, yeah, I said it. Don't worry about it. Shipping is awesome. But there's I don't know. I think that they're really cute together and whatever, and they're cool.
Actually, there was a video where it's got all the the cast members of Game of Thrones, they're going to play in a band or something. I can't remember, something like a mockumentary style type thing.
Yeah, it was a musical that they were preparing for.
Yeah, and when she tries to do that wink and it's so bad at it.
Well, isn't JonSnow the one that's really bad at it?
Yeah.
They're perfectly made for each other. I think she was so cute though. In the book, she's supposed to be homely, which, by the way, I did not know meant ugly for quite some time.
Were you everyone keeps calling me homely, and now I know what that means.
Oh, it feels bad. I always thought it meant I guess not super pretty, but pretty enough, makes you feel comfortable, I suppose, like home. So, yeah, I don't know. Anywho.
Well, so I want to keep talking about that, but I was just going to mention really quick here, because there's some confusion as to Scarlett's games going on currently. She's done. She qualified yesterday, guys. There's not a single match she needs to play. If you've seen anybody reach the top 4 spots in the winner's bracket, they don't actually play against each other. They're 100% done. They are qualified through, and you'll see them in France. Same's going to happen here in the loser's bracket, and that's what we were trying to explain moments ago before getting in the game. They just have to reach the remaining 2 spots. There's no actual finals game that plays. And we're getting bombarded with donations.
Damn. Yeah.
Okay. We'll get to this in a second as it refreshes. Just quickly noting out JonSnow's quick Roach Warren, as I tab out here real quick. JTDC donates $3. It says the Harry Potter books are like ZvZ, whereas the movies are like TVZ. Oh, well, then maybe I should go watch the movies then. I prefer not to donates $15 and says, I don't mind blue either, but I'll stick with white for the time being. Keep it up, BaseTradeTV. And JTDC once more donates $3 to say, Rifkin hated the Harry Potter movies because he saw the spilled unicorn blood and was all, hell no, unicorn blood's not silver, it's gold. It tastes of Abergine. I don't know what any of that means, man. But thank you.
Who uses that word? Usually people just say,
would unicorn gold really be, or would unicorn blood really be gold? Is that a thing? Is that a lore thing? I've never heard of that.
I have no idea, but you would know apparently because vampires eat unicorns. I didn't know that.
Fuck off.
Well, no, that's what he's that's where he's.
I know that's where he's going,
right? Not that I think that's actually true, but I don't know. But who says? Why don't you use the word eggplant?
I don't know. White's winning again, though. By the way.
Oh, okay.
Since you got to change your text color to keep up to date with it. Anyways, as far as I don't know, as far as what Jim Rising, or sorry, not Jim Rising, excuse me, I got Jim on the brain. As far as JonSnow and what he's doing is, last game the roaches hit so early and they hit so fast and they hit so hard, he may think I could pull this off again. But no, I take that back. He says waiting to see if he was going to throw in an Evo chamber. Instead takes the Spire, and this is for, I guess, Dusk Towers, something that makes sense. I just thought, man, if you're gonna really push off that +1, you don't have a lot more time to do it. But going a different tech path makes a lot more sense. Now for Punk, he's in that situation where, actually, has he scouted what Jim's doing or John's doing? I keep saying Jim. No. So John's done a great job of blocking the ramp with both these queens. And while you can kind of guess oh, he's really dedicated to keeping me out of his base, that's where the Overseer becomes really important. This is going to signal to Punk once he finally sees that Spire, if he sees the Spire, I mean, it's tucked him back in the natural, that, hey, I've only got one opportunity to make these roaches work before those mutas come and play. Because you are stuck in 2 very awkward situations then. And that's either in the middle of the map, unable to attack, or back at home, unable to defend. These roaches are not going to serve Punk well unless he gets aggressive with them.
Yeah. But the good news is that his timing would have been pretty nice if it was just a little 20 seconds faster. That's it. He would have had +1 and roach speed and a large number of roaches to push forward with, and I would have been very impressed, to be honest. But unfortunately, that's not the case. He's still waiting on +1 in speed. He's not getting a full Roach Force here. He's actually going back into droning, and he's going to have to deal with mutas harassing him all the time. So he needs Spore Crawlers now. He needs more Queens now, and he's just not getting any of that.
I mean, Punk did not see the Spire. It's guesswork at best. I can understand not having the appropriate, we'll say, attire for the formal dance that's about to happen, but this is going to be really awkward when he realizes that he is completely misaligned his defenses. And even the Hydros then comes down in a questionable spot. You can't actually build Spore Crawlers to cover that unless you dedicate 2 Spore Crawlers to hug it on both sides.
Yeah. Okay, so the spores are finally coming down here, but it's actually just a little bit too late. If the mutas get on top of those spores, they will kill them. They find a free queen out here. What are you doing? You had full transfuse energy, too. Oh, well. Oh, he gave it. He sees the roaches going across the map. I think Punk realized how late his spore crawlers were. He was trying to buy some time. Unfortunately, that will get a lot of free damage on them, even as they return home. Hydras are on the way. That's still not enough Hydras, though. It's a little worrying, but the Spore Crawler should be finishing up soon.
This is... I don't know. We saw Jim Rising earlier dive on Spore Crawlers once they were made. JonSnow gets on top of that before it even finishes. So, I mean, he got like 1 shot off. Queen's getting picked off. Punk is just going to tap out. We're going to have a very clean 2-0 out of JonSnow. He'll advance to the brackets to go fight against Kelazur, who I hope is awakened here. Again, we've got some people who didn't show up today, but I believe Kelazur's here. Let's see if he is in chat. Diego is not online, actually.
Oh. Oh, no.
I'm going to go Pokemon Skype.
Okay.
He's on the way. Hey, wake up, sleepyhead.
Hopefully he'll get that. I was going to say the other matches that we could cast, though, I mean, they're starting to get pretty good. Peely versus Maxed might be fun. And then facing on Jam against the Protosses. And Semper State again would have been pretty cool, but they're going to face IA. So that's actually all the matches really have left over. Getting close to the end of this. Lasting 2 days.
I'm going to tweet Cat's going to tweet to the root Twitter because I don't remember Rob's actual Twitter. I think Kathy's at this root house. I'm going to tweet to her. Kawaii. Okay, I'm reaching to everyone at the root house to wake him up. Hopefully we will see Kelazur not miss his opportunity here. Because I absolutely believe he can beat JonSnow and play in that qualifying spot. Maybe he's morose after losing the winners bracket yesterday. I certainly hope not. But we'll go to a break while we look for him. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon.